Yo guys, this is DD2 guy. I just wanted to show you what I think would be probably one of the easiest build. I can probably show you guys the archer build as well. So I'm probably just gonna stick with the basics. So this isn't a strong build that I'm going to use. It's just not too difficult to get started up with. So I'm just going to use a poison dart tower. Probably just 2 of them. And let's go with an archer. I will show you guys my build at the end of the video. So let's go with a proton for a bit of crowd control. And just 1 flame aura, just to get some damage to all the mobs. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do for all the lanes. So a flame aura, a proton beam, and let's go with 2 poison dart towers and an archer. I just want to see, this should be able to hold, but yeah, it's not going to do a lot of DPS. And let's crowd control this lane and a flame aura. Okay, this should be okay as it is, but just to assist with the flyers a bit. Yeah, just help out a bit with the flyers, that should help. And yeah, I do have some extra room to build more defenses. There probably may be a few mobs that will slip through, but yeah, let's see how this goes. Also could have upgraded some of my defenses. So I'm not using a very strong build here for my flame aura. Doesn't do a lot of damage. Let's see how this goes. So far seems to be okay. Yeah, it seems to be handling the crowd very well. I suspect that it will struggle with the later waves. Ooh, someone slipping through here. Just a little bit of help. Got another berserker coming through. Ooh, this almost failed. I guess I need a little bit more power here. Actually, let me just show you guys all the possible builds you can use for this map. This is the first build I want to show you guys. What I'm currently using is just a flame aura. It's a diverse build, but it's really not getting much benefit from just me using my proton there. It is overcapped for the rate to handle the spiders a bit better. Still not the best defense to use for them. My poison dart tower, pierce over, attack range and rate with destruction, explosive poison and defense rate, and my earth shatter tower, shatter quake rate, anti-melee. Oh, I do have a destructive pylon. Yeah, that will help the poison dart towers to get a bit more power. And my proton is using tenacity, poison and rate. The main thing that will help is probably the slow with this and the freeze. That will slow down the enemies quite a bit. Yeah, that's the first build. Let's see if I can get another build. So what I'm going to do now is, let's see how a weapon manufacturer manages this. So this isn't going to be a straightforward build. This is quite a difficult relic to set up properly. But yeah, it's using some basic elements. I'm just going to overcap the rate. So let's get rid of. Let me just sell something. Cool. So I'm just gonna get a bit of extra rate in here. And let's see how the weapon manufacturer manages this. This is just to create that petrify combo. So the goal here is to stun them and petrify them with the Archer Tower. I'm just going to try it out in all the lanes. There we go. Okay. And the next thing I want to do is, well, we still have some DU left. Space to build some defenses. So let's get another Archer Tower just to help spread that earth. So let's get another one in. Actually push that a bit back. Okay. And I cannot make it for this one. Let's do one upgrade. Okay, let's just see how that holds. Could also try a proton with earth here, but yeah, let's just see how that goes. So it seems to be holding the enemies back quite nicely. The flies are actually making it a bit close here. Let me just set up a Sky Guard Tower. That should solve this problem. None of my defenses right now are using mass destruction. Cool, it actually seems to be holding them back quite effectively. Let's see. Ooh, it is actually struggling quite a bit of power. See if we can take down this boss. Not bad. It looks like it took out the boss successfully. Now, let's try another bow. Let's try an archer bow. So what I'm going to do now is actually use 2 protons. Let's go 2 protons. So I'm going to poison them first, and then I'm going to apply that earth to petrify them. This will give them, turn them to stone and let them take 25% extra damage. Let's get rid of this. We're going with some archers. Archers are really strong. They also take out bosses quite quickly, which is really awesome. Cool. So first proton. And second proton. And Okay, cool. This can go. What these do? Okay. Oh, that's flame arrow up top. Okay, and same build. That will certainly help with crowd control. Let's get rid of the flame aura. Cool, let's set up a build for my archers. So archers. So I'm using PS servo, attack rate, and range. You can get rid of range and put an anti-mod there, like anti-melee. That will definitely help. So I'm using deadly strikes, destruction, and double tap. So let's, because I'm using a range mod here, let's just get rid of deadly strikes and add more power. Let's dump a mass destruction there. Cool, let's dump them in. I'm just gonna add 3. And 3 here. Oh, we still have actually quite a bit of extra D. I don't need the Sky Guard anymore because these archers will focus on taking out the flies as well. Let's get a destructive pylon in here. So let's see. I'm just going to use something cheap, so I'm just going to use my lightning aura. It does have a destructive pylon. I could also add a buff beam and a boost aura, but yeah, let's just see how this holds. Yeah, it is possible that mobs may go around, but that isn't too much of a problem with the archers being able to take care of any enemies that come along the sides, thanks to the nice range. So the archers is, in my view, a really nice build. It does get the job done. If you configure it really nicely, it can do even more DPS. Yeah, it is quite nice. I think maybe the problem is that if spiders get here, this area here, they might debuff the archers. That might be a bit of a problem. But yeah, it seems to be going really well. You can see it, they're actually doing really nice damage to the boss. They're not even being buffed up. So if I wanted more power, I would probably just dump a buff beam. And even a boost aura as well. But yeah, it's still holding up quite nicely. So it doesn't actually need a lot of power boost, but if it does have more power, it will definitely help out. Help the archers kill the enemies faster, and that will make it a lot easier. Let's see if that's buffing. Okay, cool. I'm also not doing any upgrades. That will also help get those archers to do a lot of damage. You can see it's just wrecking that skeleton. I can't hit from that angle. But yeah, it does wreck. There's also another build that you can use. If you want a stronger tower control, you can actually use three nodes per proton beam. So you'll use it'll sort of follow a triangle. I can show you guys that. That will help crowd control further. So just the annoying part is the stage rollers, which would probably need a bit of assistance. Wasn't able to miss that guy. Cool. Seems to be pretty smooth. I've already made a video for how I just use the flame aura, the lightning aura, and just some a proton and a reflect beam to get the job done. So yeah, there's also some other builds. You could probably use some ballistas that'll also get the job done. And there's also a build that you can use with Earth Shatter and Skyguard, but it doesn't effectively deal with crowd control unless you add a proton in. But yeah, that's pretty much all the builds I can think of. You guys can let me know if you can think of any other builds that would be quite useful. Oh, this guy is actually really close to the core. Yeah, they're doing nice damage all around. Yeah, and the nice part about the archers is you don't have to worry too much if some enemies make it here, because archers still have an opportunity to hunt them down. So the DPS of my archers is actually 19.1. I can get that a lot higher if I use the right build and the right path. Ooh, something got destroyed there. Oh, one left. Right. It's because of this boss. So that's a bit concerning. So we're gonna have to assist these lanes just because there's no archers here. So I guess that is a bit of a shortfall with the tower type defenses that can get destroyed from enemies throwing and that kind of stuff. That's why I still actually prefer my flame aura for just doing C8 maps. They still get the job done. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's lots of different builds you can use. It's up to you to decide. Yeah, but you're still gonna need some sort of well-built tower to be able to take on Chaos 8. Yeah, that's me guys. DD2 guy out.